Hi there, my name is Sarah, and I am one of 3 staff members here at Citizen Church in Maui. And I'm one of the people that lost their homes. Everything kind of happened on Tuesday morning. We had warning about possible high winds due to a hurricane that was near the islands. It is hurricane season, so it was nothing out of the normal for us. Had lost power that morning, so I got myself ready to come to church because sometimes we'll lose power in one part of the west side of Maui, but the other area will have power. And therefore, I was like, I might as well go get myself some coffee and breakfast at the church if they do have power. Then the cell service went out at around 2. So we were aware of some of the fires that were going on, but we were told that it was 100% contained. And that was the last that we had heard about Lahaina's side of Maui. And at around 4, we had one of our family church members come and ask if we were taking people in for shelter. People were being evacuated from Lahaina into the Civic Center, but it was reaching capacity, and they decided to see if we could house them because they know that we are a place of refuge and we open our doors whenever we have power outages or pandemic and stuff. As people kept arriving to the church, we realized that the magnitude of the fire with their testimonial stories and just hearing what they were saying, I decided to go back with 2 people, one of which needed to go back to get insulin for his grandfather, and a family who was trying to get their deaf dog out. So we had headed back, parked our car about 1.5 miles away from our home, had to walk to our street, and about 5 or 6 blocks away from there is when we saw a house catch fire. The wind was just so crazy that I think it was just taking flames from one place and it was just hopping over. So we saw a house catch fire about 2 streets away from us, and that is when we decided that our lives were more important than the material stuff. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a normal day at work and only had the clothes that I had that day, was a dress and some flip-flops. And so we just decided to turn back, and that's the last we saw of our neighborhood. Luckily, we had food pre-bought because we were going to have a serve day where we go out to our community and serve the schools, the homeless. And we were able to make dinner that night. And from then on, our cooks, people who had found refuge here, asking what they can do, we said, help us make food. We're able to come up with delicious meals for people as donations kept pouring in from other families around the area here. For us, it was a full circle moment because Mercy Chefs had been generous and donated money during the pandemic when our island had shut down to be able to partner and buy food from Cisco to become a distribution site for about 14 months. And just seeing them arrive and be able to give these chefs a relief after 3 days of nonstop cooking. The majority of them hadn't known if their homes had made it or hadn't made it until about yesterday afternoon, when people were able to go and take footage of it and get actual confirmation that their homes had been lost. I get a lot of questions about how I'm so well put together per se for someone who lost everything. But I think Mercy Chefs really just, they feed body and soul. So many people don't know where their relatives are. Some of them are probably safe on the other side of the island. Some of them are probably stuck on another part of the west side. And just being able to see that people come here for a hot meal and be reunited with family members has just been incredible. And knowing that it matters, having a hot, warm meal to eat after all of this, the smiles on people's faces, the gratitude, and just the love and outpour of our community that has just gathered together to help each other out has been incredible. There's beyond words to explain. People have said that this has felt like a calm in the storm when they arrive here. They don't see the chaos. They don't see what you would expect to see during such devastation. And so just seeing God's love through food has been amazing.